Hey guys, Show here and welcome back to episode 2 of our 100 minigames with Show journey. We're already off to a good start, and this time, you have seen it in the thumbnail, we are making Crocodile Dentist. We all know it from our childhood. I played it quite a lot as well, and I'm still getting, if I play it now, I'm still getting the moment where you push down on the teeth and you're like, am I got bitten or not? I'm still getting excited. So this is what we are trying, or we are making. I tried a lot around playing with how we can retract the teeth. So the main part of this game is the teeth. Like, we are using white concrete and how to retract this. So first I thought about, let's build up like this. So the first thing I thought, okay, we have a piston. The piston is like this, and it can retract it. The problem is, if you normally power it like this is more than one tick pulse, and so the block, if you now want to do, it does not leave the piston. So this is an issue. So for this kind of solutions, we are using the observer, because the observer can fire a one tick pulse. The easiest way to give an input is with a note block, like this. And that's what we want. But the input is a bit annoying. I would like to have it here or even up here. So we can like stand here. If we say this is like the floor where the teeth or like the mouth, and I want to stand here, push on the block, and it should retract it. So far we have a working mechanism for the teeth, and now we're just gonna place all that mechanism around. I think 10 would suffice our purpose. All right, we copied it 8 or 9 more times, so we got 10 teeth. That also already has kind of a shape of a mouth. And let's move it behind the line here. So we got more space, and there comes Axiom in. Very handy tool. So now we actually have kind of a working teeth retracting mechanism. Let's pop all the teeth up again. There we go. We also can place some red terracotta to kind of show or signify, okay, that's the mouth where the teeth are. This is a good block. So now the next thing we have to do is to get some kind of logic in there that we lose the game if we catch a bad teeth. And this has to be random. So the easiest way to do that is use a dropper. As a dropper has a random output, so we can just power a dropper each time, and depending on the input here or what item is in there, it's either a good teeth or a bad teeth. And I would say we make it 1 in 9 chances to get bad teeth, and the rest of it is good. So how we are getting the output is also quite easy, because we are getting a signal strength into this block here. We're just gonna use this as output, like this, and funnel it into one stream, where we're gonna power the dropper in the end. And we're gonna use an item which has a higher signal strength, and then just a normal item. So what I normally use here, let's put the dropper here, and the easiest way to get like a loop that the item is, or is after outputted, immediately putting back, is just with a hopper. And now you can see it's a 1, it's a 1, it's a 1, and sometimes, rarely, because we got a 1 in 9 chance, we got a 3. This is the shovel. If we are quick, we see the item in here, it pops in here and it gets pulled back immediately, or through the hopper it gets put into the dropper again. So this is a very nice randomizer. So now that we have our randomizer made up, the next thing we do is we just place a repeater behind this block, because the server is powering the redstone dust, the redstone dust is powering this block, and then we just take that signal, or this this redstone signal, and extend it over here. So everything is now hooked up to the randomizer, so every teeth, it doesn't matter which one. This was a bad one. This was also a bad one. Oh, okay, this was a good one. We were quite unlucky with that. Now it's hooked up with all the teeth, also this one back here. Now the next thing we have to do, we kind of have to output a signal, if it's a good one or a bad one, and the easiest way to do this with node blocks. So we're just gonna get a node block here. Then for the bad one, we are gonna use a pumpkin, because it produces quite a deep tone, and I normally use gold for the higher pitched one, which is rather nice. And let's move the bad teeth sound over there. So let's just make a cross section here, kind of like this. Then I'm gonna use one over here, just gonna repeat this over. So the tricky part about this is that with using a repeater here, every signal, so the 1 strength and the 3 strength, would pass over here. So we kind of have to create a lock. Like we have to lock it if it's 3. And we can do this by, this is the line for the deeper tone. It just goes over here. And we have the pumpkin. And I already created kind of a sound which I like. We use a repeater to get the signal over here, and we start with 20, we go down 4 notes. There we go. Let's copy that over. And now we just need redstone dust. So if it got 3, it is powered with 1, 2, and 3. I think we lose 1 if I'm correct. It's 1, 2, 3. So we can also reduce it by 1, just save a bit space, which is coming in handy later when building the outline. So now we just move over here. If we have 3 signal strength, we kind of need to lock this one. So we set this to 2 ticks, so it's a bit slower. And we do this so it kind of nullifies this one. Alright, and here we go. We got us a randomizer which is only playing. Let's put those back in there. So now if we get a 1, is the gold thing, and sometimes if we get lucky, or actually unlucky in this case, we get a 3. There we go, and we only hear these notes, the pumpkin notes. So what I had to do is just put another repeater back here to get the signal strength of 15 in here. It subtracts it, like it nullifies it. And this one is 1 tick slower. So alright, so we actually already have a working. Okay, this one is good. This one is also good. This one is also good. Of course, you don't have to do it in order, you can do it however you want. And sometimes can we make it without hitting the bad tooth? Oh, we actually did it. So now in this case we kind of have to reset it as well. So we have to create a reset function, or actually just a node block which we put up here, maybe over here. So this will be the level on which the mouth is, and also the player can walk around. So if we hit that block sign up here that says reset, and if you hit that, it should reset it. Now the tricky part is with the reset, how we are gonna reset that block is the question. Because, for example, it should also reset when we hit a bad tooth. So this would be great if it resets itself if we hit a bad tooth, and all the bad tooth come, or the ones which we pushed in, come back up, and the ones which are already up stay up. Because if we would right now just send, we could do it quite easily, just do this and then loop around and power each one, but this would retract or push it up or push it down either way. So we kind of have to know, was the tooth pushed up, or is it in which kind of state is it right now? So what I like to do is just take this piece here and then try around on what a good way is. All right, now if you hit it, it's the wrong state. Now if you hit it and the tooth is pushed down, the block is in the correct spot. But now we kind of have to do what we have here, down here as well, to get the one tick pulse. So this one has to look down, there we go. But now we have to be careful not to have an infinite loop, because every time we have something that moves in front of the observer, it is getting powered and creates an infinite loop. We can use a dropper or a dispenser or whatever, which we can power rather easily. We have to create a one tick pulse to do that, because if we use a lever, it would do a 2 tick, but if we create a 1 tick, which is like this, I'm always getting this one wrong. So in this case it's down and we push that, it's reset and up. But of course I made a mistake here, we actually have to move this one down. So right now it should do nothing, but as soon as this block is here, we can transfer the signal through the dropper up here. Like this. Now the block is back up, or the tooth is back up. Okay, the logic of resetting it is in as well. Not completely, we just placed it for every teeth. And now the nice thing, because of us moving the resetting down, we have a second layer which we can now connect as well. And now we have a reset possibility, and we kind of have to loop it down. What I like to do is get the observer, which looks in here. Just gonna move that over and then a line here. And also just do the same up here. Just go down and back there. And we need a repeater because observers are only giving out 1 tick pulses. To extend that, because it's too long, I'm gonna have to put the repeater in here as well. So now, good tooth, good tooth, good tooth. Let's say we want to reset it, we hit that one, and they pushed up, and all the other teeth are also up. So this works with the reset. Now let's see if we can hit a bad tooth, and it should reset itself. Let's see. Oh, we are getting very lucky here. Okay, no tooth, so in this case we would hit the reset button and we can play again. Yeah, you heard the ding, we have to do something about that. Alright, yeah, there's always this ding after the reset, because And that is because when we, let's see, we have a few tooth down, we hit the reset button and it actually powers this here, which is because we are powering this block here, which is also powering this line here. So as long as we kind of have to signify, hey, we are resetting the game now, don't output any sound. Or so triggering that doesn't matter, but it should not trigger this or this line, which could lead to an endless loop of resetting if we are really unlucky. So to prevent that, we have to do something with this block here. Alright, we're gonna have to move the pulse extender over, because we need a block here and this one goes in here. So right now, if a pulse comes down, it powers this and gives us like 15 or quite a high strength, and it is reduced one by one. So you can also do it like this, we get a 15 and then it is slowly decreasing. For example, if we just simulate that real quick, and then it is reduced. Until the power is gone, this piston is retracted and is not letting any pulse through. So now what we have to do is we just need to get the power. So we can do like this, because the block is powering that, and then it goes through. There we go. Alright, you have seen the full design, so let's crack on with the time. Let's build a crocodile and then play it again. Let's roll it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And here we go. We got us the Crocodile Dentist outline as well, the build. It looks good. I love it. It's a big mouth, and big eyes, and a very small body as the real one. And now you can come up here into its mouth. I just put the reset in game back there, and yeah, you can play. You can play with friends. You can play alone. Definitely way more fun with friends. So now all you do is just hit the note blocks. You can choose which one you like, and it seems we are quite lucky. You can do something like a scoreboard. How many times can you make it throughout hitting any bad tooth? And are we? Oh, we are lucky. Look at that. We removed all its teeth. That's pretty fun. So what do? Just reset the game, and there we go. We can play again. Alright, are we lucky again? Oh no, we lost. But that's the game. You lose, you win. And there we have it, our second game. Hope you liked it. Of course, the schematic of the redstone is in the description, and have fun with it. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.